What's up, guys? What's up, Unknown? What's up, Romus? How are you guys? What's up, Loretina? Oh my god, you guys. How is everybody? Hang on, guys. Why are people so weird? What's up, River? How are you? It's the heat that makes people act weird. It does sometimes. Do not go bald. I'm not gonna go bald. What the fuck? Okay, sorry, I'm back. Hey, Luna. Hey, and cute. I'm alive. How are you guys? Hey, what's good?
And that she was concerned about it, and she even told a story that came up in several witness interviews that we've already reviewed, that she went outside with her dog, that her dog was out there, she was letting him pee, and she saw in the distance a shadowy figure. And this happened on more than one occasion, but the last one being about a month before the murder. So we've all been wondering if that wasn't Brian Koberger out there in the backyard watching her and planning and plotting, because that is the entrance. He came in through the backyard through a sliding glass door. So the fact that we're hearing from the surviving roommate that he mentioned her name kind of tracks with the multiple accounts of Kaylee talking about having a stalker. And I think that was pretty fascinating to me. And, you think back, now the house has been torn down, but before it was so scrutinized. This is the front of the house. These forensic investigators all went through the basement door, but on the third floor at the back of the house, that's where Maddie's and Kaylee's rooms existed, and they had windows facing the back. And if you go up around the left side of the house there, where that long, big, tall tree is, you can actually.
I'm just watching true crime, like River just said.
You're right. When they made these reports that there was something out in the bushes that the dog Murphy kept running to, those would be the back bushes. And when they said they saw a figure back there, that would be in the back bushes facing right into Kaylee's window, and of course Maddie's window as well. Okay, let's talk about this this incredible series of reports that police were able to interview and get this information out of the Washington State University colleagues and professors of Brian Koberger. Not only did they say that he absolutely had to dominate every single conversation,
dominate to a point where people didn't want to be around him, but that he humiliated some of the female students. And there was an account where one of them was humiliated by him in the classroom, and had to leave in tears.
Yeah, you know what? The only thing that all of his colleagues and these classmates seem to agree on is that they all disliked him intensely. You've heard different things. I mean, some said that physically he was overwhelming. He would stand too close, that when you tried to get away, he continued talking. One of the professors said she was walking to her car and he followed her. She began to get an escort. She asked for an escort to get to her car one night. I mean, there was just a way of domination physically that is apparent in all of these different colleagues and other students talking about him. It also sounds as if he did a lot of what they called mansplaining. I mean, he was talking to one of the other students at a barbecue that happened before classes had started at Washington University, and she was relaying what her research was, and then he proceeded to teach her and tell her what her actual research was and explain it to her. And at that point, she decided that that's it. She's not going to have much to do with him. The number of complaints that were filed by students is up to, one of the people that dealt with complaints said in these documents, 13 complaints filed. And it wasn't just the female students who found him abhorrent. It was also his supervising professor, or a professor that said to him, that said that he would come at the end of the day, he would not disengage. And this is something that the women said too, that even when you said, I can't talk now, it's too late on a Friday, I need to leave, he followed and he kept talking. And they actually got into a bit of a yelling match about it. So it sounds like, from all that we're reading here, that he was universally
What's up,
disliked.
Blake? Why not?
At some points, it became very threatening for some of the female students.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our News Nation app right now on your phone, and you will get...
He called his mother within 2 hours of the murders. He called his mother as he returned to the scene of the crime, not even 2 hours later. He called her 2 more times and all told spent 3 hours on the phone with her. Was this out of character? Was this a binge of calls to mom that you were able to identify on his telephone?
This was his normal behavior. Reaching out to mother and father repeatedly. If one didn't respond, he would reach out to the other. He would constantly text them and call them, starting as early as 5 or 6 in the morning, his time. And his parents were Eastern. And then also at night to almost talk him into going to sleep and being able to rest.
So, Jared, as I was looking at some of the text messages, I was so, I was just jarred by the way he referred to his parents. He texted them. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but the wording is pretty close. Father, why is mother not answering the phone? Why is she not picking up, father? He called his parents formally by the names father and mother when speaking to them. Did you see that consistent throughout his text messages to his parents?
Yes, I did. It's eerie. It stands out from any other case that I've worked in that, just the term
That is kind of
that
weird.
he used there. I said exactly what you said in the intro. It's Bates Motel. It is this feeling of that movie and Mother, and it's just super eerie.
Yeah, I mean, I thought maybe I'm the only one, but I'm starting to get that vibe from you, from my colleagues, from people I've been talking throughout the day about this. Some people do use a formal name, but knowing what he's capable of now, knowing who he is, it just raises the hair on my arms. About the contacts in his phone, he called his father and mother as contacts in his phone. But what about other contacts, Heather? What about other text chains, other communications? Did this guy have any community of his own?
He had 18 personal contacts. 18. So think about all the people you meet and the hundreds of random numbers. And they were even identified as girl I ran with, second girl I ran with, a contact and in parentheses, hair. But then there was mother and father and his sister and just a few others. 18.
And he's, he's in his 30s. Like this, that's unbelievable. In this day and age, it is not unusual for people to have well over 1,000 contacts.
What the fuck? 1,000 contacts?
At this stage in our lives, everything is.
I barely give anybody my phone number. That's like the last thing I'd be doing. I probably don't even have 18. Probably got like 10, if that. Because I don't be texting people.
I couldn't name a single person that he communicated with other than just his parents. There was some one-off.
That's me too. I only talk to my parents and my boyfriends.
But for texting, if you
That's not. I mean, he doesn't have a girlfriend, so maybe it is a little weirder. But
like that.
And I know that we learned during the final hearings before he was sent packing to the Idaho Maximum Security Institution that he had done quite a job at scrubbing a lot of his devices. How good a job, and how were you able to get past some of what he thought he put over on you?
This was one of the hardest investigations I've ever worked in 23 years of looking at digital data. He cleaned up well. He knew how to use VPNs. He knew how to use incognito browsing. Where he messed up, downloads on his Android device. He also didn't consider the fact that even on a PC, if you delete, every contact leaves a trace. So we can see the files when you turn something off. We can see when you clear something. All of that was left behind for us.
Let me ask you this. The handshakes that we now find are so helpful in digital forensics when killers don't realize they're connecting to a Wi-Fi where they're not supposed to be. Did he have a lot of questionable digital handshakes, like say at the Mad Greek restaurant where two of the victims worked? Did you see anything that was of interest or evidentially helpful with his digital handshakes?
Yeah, I'll break that down sort of with two parts. So his Wi-Fi connections, there were just a few. And the interesting part about this is 2 days prior to the murders, he turned off Wi-Fi for his phone. So he just didn't want his device to be able to connect to Wi-Fi. It turned back on soon after the murders. But there was one reference to Mad Greek, and it came from a passive assist file associated with Google Maps. So if you open Google Maps and you search for restaurants near me, if you're near Mad Greek, it would populate, and that reference was then logged on his phone.
And then the other question I have for you is, we just looked at that selfie. We had it up on the screen that he took within hours of the murders. He's freshly washed and he's got the thumbs up. He looks like he's in a bathroom and he looks extremely proud. Were you able to ascertain anything about that photo? Did he manipulate the photo? Did he screen grab it bigger? Did he rest on it for hours or minutes? Did he send it to anyone? Did you see anything of interest about that picture?
So this photo jumped out to us right away, and I remember us asking the FBI at the time, have you seen this? And they said, yes, we found that already. We're like, okay, but look at his knuckles and how white they are. To us, it looks like someone that scrubbed them and had to get something off, maybe blood or some kind of residue off his knuckles. Also, the Band-Aid on his finger was there in that image. You can see a shower curtain. In later images that he had taken, the shower curtain from his apartment was gone. So just small details like that, but he didn't have friends to send this to, and I don't think it's a photo that he would have shared with mother or father. We didn't see any manipulations or access to printing. So it's almost as if he did this and several other selfies of similar nature, but with fewer clothing for himself.
Yeah, it was normal for him to take selfies and do nothing with them. They weren't sent to a person.
So sorry to interrupt, but let me be clear. We've only seen this selfie on the morning of the murders. Did you find other selfies that he took of himself, either in the bathroom or elsewhere, the morning of the murders or that day?
No, not the morning of the murders. Just in general, his selfies that he would take, he would often take like flexing his muscles and shirtless. But again, we have no idea what he did with them. It was just a photo that was taken, and there's no evidence that he was sending them to anyone. It's just kind of for himself.
Well, the bandages that you noticed on his left, I think that's his left hand, unless the photo is reversed. But someone in the class also said in police documents today that they noticed he came to class shortly after the murders. And of course, they don't know about the murders. They're just looking back in hindsight to October, late October. And they said he came in with his two middle fingers bandaged and said, oh, he had just had some accident inside his home. One last aha moment that the two of you had, Heather and Jared. He said that his alibi was that he was going to be out stargazing that night, out in the middle of the night, stargazing. But you found something about the phone that would have absolutely obliterated the alibi. Can you explain that?
Sure. Yeah, it seems silly to even write it. But on the night of the murders, he physically pressed the side button and turned his phone off. And that might not seem too significant, but it really is. Because it proves that this human was awake at 2 whatever in the morning and turning his phone off and then later powering it back on. And the crazy part was writing in a report that a phone can't take photos while it's powered off, but just to prove that his alibi was ridiculous. But he turned his phone off, and then these people were murdered, and then he turned it back on. That's what happened.
Well, and also, he turned the phone off at 100%, so he could never say the phone just died. Phone was fully batteried up. Heather and Jared Barnhart, I cannot thank you enough for this interview. I could talk to you for hours and hours. I'm going to have you back as well. Thank you for helping us sort of sort through a lot of this. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our News Nation app right now on your phone, and you will get
That guy's a
fact-based,
fucking weirdo.
unbiased news for all Americans.
So what's everyone up to this morning? Oh yeah, he did.
He made endless phone calls to Mother, including right after he'd slaughtered 4 Idaho students. He had utter contempt for and an inability to function with women at school and at work. And then there's that grinning selfie that he took just hours after killing 4 people. Not to mention the constant hand-washing, long showers, and sleepless nights we heard about from fellow inmates in jail. Brian Koberger's defense team claimed in court filings that he suffered from a variety of mental conditions, autism being one of them. And if there'd been a trial, the jury would have likely heard from competing expert witnesses. But I have my own expert. Scott Bond is a well-known criminologist, an author, a podcaster who's now on a national speaking tour called Serial Killers with Dr. Scott Bond. Dr. Bond, good to have you on. Thank you so much. And what a night for you to join me. I'm sure you've been hearing about a lot of the breaking news that we've been reporting on this show tonight, not the least of which is the vibe that I get from the fact that this killer called his mom Mother and his dad Father, formally, all the time. What do you make of that?
Well, I've thought for some time now, and this only confirms my analysis, is that with Koberger, we're dealing with a classic sociopath. And unlike psychopaths who are unable to form emotional connections and empathetic connections with others, sociopaths can. They are made, they are not born. And a sociopath, it's not unusual for them to have a powerful, emotional, empathetic connection with 1 or 2 people in their lives. And yet at the same time have complete disdain and hatred even toward the rest of humanity. And this, I think, is Brian Koberger. So the fact that he called his parents the morning of the murders and referred to them repeatedly as mother and father, and I guess he had a pattern of doing so, shows the extent to which he revered his parents and the extent to which he needed their emotional support and connection. He had to get himself grounded, I believe, that morning by calling mommy and daddy. So classic sociopathic behavior, Ashley.
Let me ask you about a passage that we think was highlighted in a book that was found. The book was called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. And apparently one page, page 118, was heavily highlighted. We don't know exactly what was highlighted, but at the top of the book, I can tell you what it says. The knowledge that you can handle anything that comes your way is the key to allowing yourself to take risks. I'm trying to think if Brian Koberger was trying to get over the risk of killing and would read a book like this, or get over the risk of just being Brian Koberger.
I think it's more generally the trauma, if you will, of being Brian Koberger. We know that he was an extremely troubled young person, young man in high school and going into college. He is someone who had...
Hang on.
completely dysfunctional relations with others, particularly females, and I believe a true fear of women and a fear of his own goals and needs and desires, a fear of academia, a fear and an awkwardness in both his professional and his social life. So I think fear permeated him, and so looking at a self-help book like that, he was looking for answers, he was looking for support, he was looking for a way to overcome or at least walk through his fears. But I think when you look at Brian Koberger and his progression into truly the monster that he became, I think that the fear that he was trying to overcome from day one was, or the nature of the trauma that he was trying to overcome from day one was his own internal fear.
Dr. Bond, I am so appreciative that you made space for us in the middle of your busy tour. I should just tell everybody, if they want to watch you, your work is amazing. You can go to Scott Bond's website, DocBond, that's DocBonn.com, and you can also get tickets to the tour there. Thank you. Will you come back and be on the show again?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and down.
So we got a situation. Now, being a bad parent and a bad neighbor, that's a bad combination. Dangerous even, to a certain extent, bro. So, I don't know what's about to happen with this one, but the title says mother attacks neighbor after her bad parenting.
Oh, God.
Let's get to it.
When I took the picture, whenever I sent it to him, I said, you might want to have somebody come over here and get check on your kids or something. I said, because he's standing over here by himself. I said, she's not on the porch and she's not, the door's closed.
On October 7th, 2024 in Ohio, police responded to a call regarding an altercation between two mothers. The incident began when one mother alleged that she discovered the other woman's son outside unattended.
Hi. So earlier I went to go pick my son up from the bus, okay, which is literally at the entrance by the blinking light. Okay. So I picked my son up from school or whatever, and I don't get along with her, but my baby dad and her baby dad are cool. So he asks us like all the time, like look out for his kids or whatever. So I come back, I pull up this way from picking my son up from the blinker light down there. I pull in, her son's standing outside, she's not on the porch, and her door's closed. So I sent the picture to the baby dad, and I'm like, you might want to call or do something, because he just standing out there by himself. So I come in the house or whatever, well, he texts me back, he's like, can you go outside and please make sure my son's not still standing out there? So I come outside on my porch, this across her porch, bum rushes me in my house. Her hair and her shoe is still in my house. So she ran in my house to fight, because I told her baby dad, like, the baby's just out here by himself, type. So yeah, I want to press charges, because that was, I have the video footage of her running in the front of my house, because I have a camera right there. So I have the footage of her running into my house, and you can see the shoes that she's wearing. And yeah, she grabbed me when I got in my house by the back of my hair and shit. So I grabbed her hair. So yeah, that's her hair in my house. Up in my 3 opinion. shoe, and that's her hair, because my friend that was here, he had to separate us. Like, I was screaming for him, like, because he was upstairs. So he had to separate us. And then, so I left that there for y'all, but I slammed the door, and he threw, like, her one shoe out here, which she took with her. But this is not my first problem with this girl. Like, last week, okay, her sister ran up on me. Her sister's a minor. I have the video of that, too. I don't know her little sister's name, though, so there was really nothing I could do about it, because I don't know the little girl name or whatever. But she ran up on my porch last weekend. And I've already went to the courts. I've already tried to put on her. You feel me? She sat here and called the police on me, talking about she's so scared for her. Told the cops that I threatened to shoot her in her face. I had to call the police back because the one that was sitting out here having the conversation. You feel me? This scary says for him, because I told her, I said, get this. A couple months ago. Yes, sir. Like, and I've been having issues with trying to get some type of like thing in place. But like I told her before, if you want to,
I'm right here.
just get.
You guys don't have to be weird.
What you're not gonna do, try to run up on me while I got my kids here. All you had to come outside and we could have ran it.
I understand that you're
like, I'm upset because nobody ever wants to do. Okay. But no. Okay. Somebody got to do something with her because it's not that. I'm letting y'all know now. Okay. Like, I got kids in my house.
So let me go ahead and take your information, and if you can you pull up your?
Sheesh. Nah, I agree with her though, man. Like, your home's supposed to be your place of peace. I never want to be beefing with somebody I live right next door to the point to where I'm uncomfortable coming home because I'm always looking over my shoulder and making sure. No, I'm supposed to be able to come home from what the world done stressed me out to, and come home and just relax, release all of that stress and be at peace. Now I'm beefing with somebody one door down. Like, yeah, I'd be emotional. I'd be pissed off too. Like, no, nobody wants to deal with that.
So let me go ahead and take your information, and if you can you pull up your footage for us?
Yep, I got that, and I got the one from last week.
Okay.
Too. Okay, so this is the video from last week. I went to go throw a thing. You can see where my trash can is. My trash can be sitting over there. I went to go throw a can in my trash can. And she started talking to me. So I told her, dog you. So then here come the minor. That's the minor. So I threw the other can that I had in my hand. I went inside to go get my shoes on, but when I came outside, she didn't want to do nothing. But like I said, the little girl in the white, she's 16 years old. So I can't legally put my hands on you. I'm going to go to jail if you end up calling the police. So this was literally from, what is this? September 29th.
Okay.
But I have multiple reports, like I said, you could probably even look it up in your system.
Yeah, we need to do today.
The video of her running up into my house on my cameras.
Yeah.
So when I'm in my house, she runs up. I'm in my house already, so she starts grabbing my hair, like I said, right here where you're standing. So only thing I can do is grab her hair, like you had me from behind. So I reach back, I'm grabbing her hair with this hand, finger hurt from my ringing. But she's
I'm not.
Shoes, like. Pause it where?
Like where she's. I'm messing it real quick. Will it zoom in?
It'll zoom in. Give me a second. Let me pause it for you. Because it's gonna. Hold on.
Get them cameras, y'all. See, that's what the cops, they go right for. Oh, you got it. He noticed it. Oh, you got cameras? Get the cameras. That way they back up your story. Because other than that, it's your word against theirs. You never want to be in that position. So get the cameras. Put them all around your crib. Make sure you got a dash cam for your car. Whatever you need. That way you always protected. And you ain't even got to just be like, hey, yeah, I'll show you the footage.
I might not finish. She's wearing purple Crocs, which I did throw one out after I slammed my door after we had to push her out of my house. I did throw one Croc out, but to save the other one because you got the other. Yeah, she probably home.
You said there was somebody else that was here too. Your friend helped you like push her
Yeah,
out.
but he was already on his way out the door. Like he was already leaving.
Where was he at when this happened?
He was upstairs. I had him, he went outside, because I went outside, and then he went outside after me, right? And then, like I said, I came back in, and then that's when he had texted me, like, hey, can you go make sure my kid's not out there? So when he's upstairs, while I'm coming outside to see and check my mail, and that's when she started to, like, run up on me after I'm already back turned to the mailbox. So, he had came back inside, obviously, because that's when I started screaming his name, like, about to just run up in my house. I can't even defend myself at this point because my head backwards. Like,
The seat up today.
I want to press charges because I went to the courts and I don't know if you can pull that up or not, but I've tried to. I went in front of a judge to go get like an order placed. Okay, that way I protect myself because it's AMHA. So I did that to try to protect myself from the situation. And the judge literally told me when I showed him, because I have multiple more videos, and police track records of all this. But he told me, he said, this literally seems like just more bad behavior to me right now. He says, I'm really not going to grant anything, but if it escalates, then let me know. And I'm like, all right, cool, I'll let you know or whatever. So ever since then, there's been like a silent beef with her, like, and it's like I told her before, we can fight and just get it up out the way. But she don't never want to just do that or just be an adult and just drop. Like, but when you think you're about to run up in my house, I wouldn't care if my kids wasn't standing right here. But all three of my kids are standing right here screaming and like, you know what I mean? So that's different. Like, but that's not cool. So now I'm at the point where something needs to happen with this girl before I really just do something to her because it's coming to that point. Now you put my kids in danger. It's no.
Yeah, that's not okay. This one's for you. I already have one. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is let me go get some information for you. He's gonna talk to. Did he? Oh, he did see the video. If I send you a link, if I text you a link, are you able to upload that video to the link? Okay. All right. So let me go do that real quick, and I'll be right back with you. Okay?
All right.
All right. Yeah. What's her name?
Now, the crazy thing, right? Well, first of all, if I'm that dude, because I was thinking about that dude, she was saying, my friend was here, I wouldn't be coming back. I'm just thinking, I just know me. If I come over and I'm kicking it with a chick, and then y'all over here fighting, beefing, all this type of stuff like that, I gotta get involved, I gotta break it up. I'm like, man, when I leave, I'm like, I was just over there trying to lay up, kick it, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going back. That's too much drama for me. That's too much drama. Who's wanting to deal with all that drama? No, man, I had to break up a fight. I might have to talk to police. No, I'm not doing all that right there. Absolutely not. And then another thing is, like, this type of stuff can get you evicted. Like this type of stuff that they take the leasing office get involved. They see you causing a disturbance, different things like that. They can just say, okay, we want you out. We want you gone. This violates your lease or something, your leasing term agreement, whatever. And you could be stuck now trying to find a place for you and your kids to go. Like this has to be like rectified soon, or you could be looking for a new place to stay.
Maragona Barisha.
Okay.
But she goes by Nina.
Mina. Okay. Maragona.
And the only thing that and this is another problem that I had when it came to doing the whole court with her. I don't know her birthday. All I know is it's January. Oh, well, I did figure it out way after that. But when I went to do that order, they kept trying to tell me, like, oh, well, you can't, like, do it because, like, we have to give you 24 hours to get her birthday. If he granted it, which he didn't grant it, so I didn't end up needing it, but.
Okay. So, do you know how to spell her name? Marigona. Marigona.
B-E-R. Barisha. Yeah.
B-E-R-I-S-H-A.
Yeah. But for somebody, I mean, like, girl, you've not called the police on me. It had me being patted down in front of my own house, talking about you're scared. Well, you must not be that scared. Because how do you sit there and claim you're the victim and you're scared and it's the third, but you can run up to people's houses?
So you're in Unit 62. Which one is she in?
She's in 63.
She's in 63.
No, whatever that is, 61. This is 63, not her.
Okay.
61.
So she's literally directly next door.
And this is exactly why I was told by the office down there to go file a report, because if they put a protection order in place, they will have to move her.
Okay.
And I'm not the only person that has issues with her. She has issues with her. She was trying to have a 15-year-old mother. The mother's pissed. The mother's willing to go press charges about that.
Okay.
But it's just like, you crossed the line, run up in my house, though.
Okay. So when we came, the one who was standing here outside your house was her?
Who?
Was Maragona?
No, that is her baby dad's sister. Because, like I said, I messaged him about the baby being outside, and it's about a baby. You know what I mean? So yeah, I did message him, and I sent him a picture of his son standing out here by himself.
Okay.
So, okay, you're gonna go inside, and you're gonna listen to me, or there's gonna be no TV.
Okay,
Go.
I'll be right back with you.
Go. I don't want it. Go. You need to listen. Thank you. Go in and shut my door.
I'll be right back with you, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh God, they're knocking on the door.
Hi. I know. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put a shirt on. Yeah.
Oh, you have to go? All right, River. Thank you for being here.
What's going on?
So this female has always been a drama with me for no type of reason at all. Okay. I can never sit outside without her trying to.
Crazy part is they look like they could be related. They look like they could be related. I'm looking at her when she walked outside. I was like, dang, that could be her sister. That could be her cousin. Like, they look like they could be related. My bad.
A drama with me for no type of reason at all, okay? I can never sit outside without her trying to jump me and my sisters with her friends too. She was literally every time I'm outside, she's on drama with me all the time for no at all. Now she would have texted my baby dad sending pictures about my kids being outside alone. No, my kids are never outside alone. I'm right here. My son's right here for the grass, okay? My kids will never be alone, bro. I'm a strict mom. You can ask anybody about me. I don't care. But she's always got a problem with me for no type of reason at all. And I'm tired of it, bro. Like, it's weird to me and my family alone. Like, why is you going back and forth with my baby dad for what? So John between us. But this is why me and my baby dad do not communicate. We do not get along because of her. And I'm tired of it, bro. I need my peace, bro.
So what happened?
This is what happened. Bro, I'm literally just outside, just chilling, bro. You want to fight? You want to fight? You want to fight? Go ahead. Come beat me the But guess what? Nope. She don't want to run up. She don't want to do nothing. But when I'm alone, she don't start. But when I'm with my sister, she want to set everything. Look, and I'm tired of it, bro. I can never have friends over. Her texting my baby dad, telling him that I have help at my house. No, I had talked to one dude. I had this one dude only, bro. And his little brother be here all the time too. And I'm tired of always trying to. And I'm tired of it. Like, why? Like, there's no point in you hating on me. Why? Because I want to have a threesome between your baby dad. That's the only reason why she hates me. Because I want to have a threesome with them. This nastiest man in hell CDs that she told me about them too. So I'm like over it, bro.
This feel like high school. I hate to say it, it feel like high school. Like, what are we talking about right now?
Guys, I'm gonna restart, so hopefully we can get some people in here. I'll be back.